About a year ago, I put out a request for any people who might have memories or information about the time period of 1976-1977 in Oakland County, when we were struggling with the mysterious case of the Oakland County Child Killer. I had a very sincere and nice lady reach out to me with her story of what happened to her near Pine Tree Elementary School in Lake Orion in the spring of 1977. And I wanted to share this little video here with you today to see if anybody else has any memories or stories they can share about this case while I continue to work on my complete video covering the entire course of the case and investigation. To maintain privacy, we'll refer to the two girls as Nancy and Kim. And Nancy told me the story of how the principal had announced that all students leaving the school should travel in groups of at least 2 to keep from becoming victims of the child predator. And that one day after school, in the springtime, they left Pine Tree Elementary School and walked out onto Pine Tree Road, heading north toward their scout meeting with her friend Kim. She remembers distinctly wearing a red coat. I think she said her friend Kim had a blue coat on, but either way, they walked north on Pine Tree, which I also believe she said was a dirt road still back at the time. If I got that wrong, that's my fault because I can't remember for sure. But I know the little side roads off of here, Dollar Bay Drive and the Leicester, I think it's called, those were all definitely dirt roads at the time. But as they walked down this way, heading toward their scout meeting, they were approached by a single male in a gremlin. Nancy told me that as they were walking, the gremlin pulled up next to them with the passenger side window rolled down, and the driver began to talk to them, offering them a ride and trying to coax them into the car. As they began to walk away, he reached out the window and grabbed Nancy by the arm, trying to pull her in through the open window. She said she was quite small for her age. Her friend Kim grabbed her other arm and began pulling the opposite direction, and they were both screaming and making a lot of noise. Suddenly, she said, she broke free, fell to the ground, and the gremlin sped off down the direction to the north, which I believe she said at the time had no outlets because they were far enough down that way where there was no way they could get back out without coming back up the same road. They flagged down a school bus and told the driver what had happened, but the school bus driver was not sympathetic and didn't believe them and made them get off the bus. They quickly ran to the scout leader's house where the police were called, upon which the Lake Orion Police Department sent a officer to the home to take their statement. The following day, there was a assembly at Pine Tree by the police department talking about the need to maintain safe practices and to be very careful in the neighborhood. Nancy is quite certain that the person who tried to grab her was Arch Sloan, one of the key suspects in the Oakland County Child Killer case, who has served multiple terms in prison for child abuse and other crimes. She said it haunts her to this day, but she's glad she got away, her and her friend, to prevent the child killers from getting other victims. And it's a very compelling story, and it sounds certainly very sincere and truthful, and I have no reason to doubt her explanation of it. And I'm sharing this here with everyone today in case you have any similar stories or any remembrances of events around that time that you might like to share and have included in my upcoming video. So, that's her story, and we'll do a little bit more with Nancy and Kim's story for the final cut of the video. But right now, like I say, we're still gathering information and doing filming locations on the subject related to the whole sad story that covers 1976 and 77 and 4 tragic murders. So please reach out to me by email or comments on this video if you have any stories you'd like to share.